Hi guys, you're welcome to the Lore Studios. We are still on Android Material Design Basics. Still talking about the activity transition. We've explained vividly on the image transform and also on the slide. This time we'll be looking at the explode transition, and I'll be dashing straight to the source file that I've been using right from the start of this activity transition. Now I'm going to create an XML called explode item XML. So let's quickly do that. I'm going to call it explode underscore item. Click OK to set up the structure. So let's go to text. This is actually going to be a button whereby we're going to specify some things there. So let me create this quickly. Button and Android orientation. We don't need that. Don't need an orientation for that. We'll maintain the layout width and height. But anyway, let me take away the orientation. Don't just need that for now. That's fine. The layout width should be match parent. Fine. While the height, let's specify a particular height for this button, 100 dp. That's fine. Now we're going to give a width 100. Layout width just one is okay to be specified as the width. We're going to have a text and let's give the text name tap on me. Get to do that. It's called tab on me. After that, we'll give an app theme. It should be equals to style. App theme white. We have that set. Now let's import something here quickly. Alt enter. So let's have this way. Take away this button. So now we have the explode item XML set appropriately. Look at it. Tap on me. Now I'll be moving straight to Java class. We're going to actually create a class called explode, but before we do that, let's go to the main activity to register the list of XML. So as the third case, so case 2, return, let's call it explode transition. Fine. Now we need to register this too. Case 2, return new. We call these explode, but let's maintain explode as finish. No, let's just call it explode transition. That's fine. So we have that set. Now I'm going to actually create this particular class called explode transition. So let me create this Java class explode transition. Click OK. So we have the explode. Now let's get to work around it. Extends fragment, the Android supports version 4. Now I have the private field called recycler view. Give it M recycler view object. Still have our nullable. We have the override. Now we're going to have the public view. I'll create view layout inflator, view group, container, bundle, save the instance state. Let's call them recycler view equals to new recycler view. I'll pass the container to get context. Still call them recycler view to set layout parameters with the new view group, not merging params, just mention the view group. Now we need layout params. Over here, what I call the view group. Layout params match parent camera. Still call the view group layout params match parent. It's fine. Still call the M recycler view object. We're gonna set layout manager. Now we need a grid layout, not a linear layout manager. Now we need a grid layout. We want to create a grid. Container, get context, four grids. Still call the M recycler view. Set the adapter with the new adapter. Ooh, no, don't need that. With a new adapter, just this way. I'm fine with this. Not sure. Let me go back to the new tab. This way. I'm going to return the Emoid cycler view. So we're actually not importing any adapter. We're going to create the class adapter. So we got to move on. Let's create a private void. Let's explode it. Pass the view and click view. So we're going to actually save the rectangle of the view in the screen coordinated. So we need a rectangle, final rect. We have the view rect. Which will be equals to the new rect. So we need to import this as a graphics from Android, the rectangle. So now we call the click view to get the global visible rectangle, whereby we'll pass the view rect as parameter. Just this way. Now we're going to have the transition set. Transition set, which equals to set equals to new transition set. This way. Let's also import this from the Android transition. It should actually be from the library. From the library, you can also import from the Android transition itself, but let's import from the library since we have a library set. We have it this way: transition, not no S. It's a transition set. Now we need to. We're not closing it out because we need to build it up. We need to add transition, new explode, whereby we're going to set epicenter callback just this way. When we set the epicenter callback, and we need to instantiate with a new transition, call the epicenter callback like this. I'm gonna create something inside here. Now we override. Let's override. Create a public rectangle on get the center. How about we pass the transition object, we return the view rectangle. No problem with that. We're going to create our adapter. Now we're going to actually call the exclude target, which is the click view passed to true. Just this way. I'm going to add transition, the new fade, add target, click view. Over this way. Alt enter everywhere. Since we have a library set, let's look at something. Fade, still going to add listener, how about we're going to call the new transition, transition listener adapter. No, so for this transition listener adapter, I'll create another override. Of the public void and transition end. Now we pass transition as parameter, transition object, whereby we get activity on back pressed. Does this way on back pressed. So when you press back, it's actually go back to the activity. That's the explode. Now we call the transition manager to begin delay transition, M recycler view, set. That's fine. We're going to remove all views from the recycler view by calling the M recycler view, set adapter, null. That's fine. Now we're going to create the class that we've been waiting for. which is a private class adapter extends recycler view adapter now we need a view order. Still going to have the view order, never mind with that. Let's have the structure override public view order on create view order of the view group parent integer view type. I'm going to return the new, like instantiating the new view order, because it's a class, it's a private class we're still going to create, so don't worry about that. Now we have the layout inflator from parent get context inflate our layout explode item parent false. I've set this way, so that's fine. Now we have the unbind public void, should come down, public void unbind view order, pass view order just this way. We have the final integer position now we have the order get the item view set on click listener to that instantiate with the new view on click listener just this way. Now we're going to create an on click at override public void click view, view. Let's explode, call that function. I'm going to pass in clicked view. Let's explode it. It's fine, we'll lock that in. Now I have to create another one to override, which will be the public integer get item count. This time we're going to return counted value 22. Get item public integer. That's fine. Now we need to create a class outside the adapter. It should be private class view order extends site cloud view order, just this way. Call the public view order view and I have the view closing one. Now we need the super view set appropriately. Let's look around. Let's explode. This should be X. Let's explode it. Okay, and we're going to have the new rectangle just this way. So it's actually going to take care of that. For this, actually we need the transition manager of the library important, not from the Android itself. So I'm actually going to take this import out. We actually need from the transition everywhere library. So I'm actually going to include it this way. Import transition everywhere. So we need the transition set. So that will actually reference this one. So let us just import for the transition everywhere. So we have it gone. Can you see that? No, it's just still a replica. I've actually done that once, so we'll take that away. So that takes away the set. So we have it cleared. Let's go back to our main activity. Now we have the explode also cleared. So I would like to launch this in an emulator. Let's see, because we actually created the grid layout. Let's go back to the explode transition. We actually created a grid layout, which is actually going to populate the button, which we have 4. That's 4 in a row. So that's what they're going to do. And on a click of a button, it's actually going to explode, which is this, called the explode. Set the epicenter callback, and it's actually going to fade out, and it's going to take you back to the activity, which is actually going to be the main activity. This is just a recycler view that undo the grid item. So that's just it. I'll actually be running this in an emulator, so stay by, don't go anywhere. So I click on the explode transition. Can you see the grid, which is 4 on the row, 1 2 3 4? So that filled up the whole. Can you see that? So a click on a grid explodes out. So you can just use this to end up an activity or a fragment. Probably you actually want them to go back to the calling activity. So instead of you using the traditional way of clicking back up enabled, you can just integrate this as a kind of animation. So a click on a button explodes out and takes you back to the activity. So this is just how to create an explode transition. And if you tap the middle, can you see? Depends on where you actually tap. It explodes out and takes you back to the calling activity. So thank you very much for hanging out with me throughout this tutorial. We have one more left, which is the changing text. A click on the text changes to another text. That's the kind of transition we actually want to do. So I implore you to stick back and catch me up in the last but not the least module when it comes to activity transition. Thank you very much once more, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed time. Bye bye.